Hey everyone, it's me. I'm back, and to all those watching, I know it's been a while since I did a video and whatnot. It's been maybe a few months or so, but I've been meaning to make another one, but now here I am making one. But this one, I'm gonna get a little deeper, philosophical and whatnot. I guess a little more serious, I guess, or whatever. But I want to talk about like the concept of destiny. Destiny. The idea of destiny, and like I want we all like the idea of the idea of do we do or like the idea like do we make one's destiny, or is it laid out for us? In other words, like a conversation slash debate about predestination versus free will. I know a lot of religious folks. It's engraved in a lot of particularly the Christian religion, like the whole concept and idea of predestination, and and all that. Like human beings are born with a predestined like fate, or whatever you want to call it, and everything. And the ideas, and people generally think they have free will, which God's gift, which I believe in that. God gave us free will, for better or for worse. I believe. Well, here, let me just I guess say that I what my start off what my beliefs are, and I'll elaborate further and further and make a few points. But I'll try to be as consistent and concise as I can. But sometimes I go off. I'm gonna try my best to kind of be a little more consistent. Kind of be and kind of go down the line a little bit. But I'll start off with I believe that we do make our own destiny. I do believe God gave us free will. We do make our own destiny, and we do make and we kind of forge our own path and whatnot. But yet also I also believe at the same time there are certain things that are sort of laid out for us, I guess, in a way to help us help us map our destiny, like in a way to help us get to where we need to be, or what I guess what works best. I mean, everybody, I guess, in a way, what our calling, so to speak. I believe everybody has a calling in a way, as a sense of what to do. I think the idea is to figure out what that is, what that calling is, like what we're meant to do with our lives, or like or maybe what works best for us. Maybe some other person's calling, of course, may be different from some other person's calling, and maybe like a certain thing that people can exceed at and do better at than say another person. But like, I mean, I feel like like it's just and I feel like there's certain things, and I tend to believe like everything happens for a reason. Like I like that's just one of those people. Some people believe things just happen. Some things do happen sometimes, but also I believe that certain things do happen for a reason. Whether me personally, like I'll just tell a little bit of my story. Like sometimes, like certain things have happened in my life, and in a way, like and sometimes, I've in the way of like certain things. So I've been through some stuff. I mean, we've all been through things, and I feel like in certain ways, like we go through things as sort of trials, so to speak. Like we're supposed to it's supposed to help us grow and to learn. They can make us or break us, basically. Like they help us grow, and they're supposed to help us grow and help us come stronger. Some fail, some people fail at these trials, quote unquote, depending on what they are and whatnot. Some come out a stronger person. Like I said, it can make trials can make or break a person. I feel like those who go through trials and come out on the other side okay. Sometimes they come out better. They learn something about themselves, or they kind of decide to make a change for the better. That's what I believe. Sometimes, I mean, if you're going through life, doing the same thing over and over again, and like you're basically kind of stuck where you are, it's like you're basically you're and it's like you're basically something's clearly not working. If you're trying to get out, like say I get a rut or whatever, or a hole or whatever, or predicament, whatever or whatnot, like, and you continue to do the same thing over and over, and you're just like kind of stuck where you are. It's like in and it's like it's like something. It's like you may need to do something different. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I've been there before. I mean, we all have. I mean, I'm not. I mean, everybody goes through different things. I'm not trying to like say one way or another for other people. I can only kind of speak on my behalf and some of my experiences. And of course, some people I've talked to, and they kind of maybe share different experiences than me, or different ideas. But adding on, like, it's just like, and also like another experience I've dealt with some people I used to know in the past. Some of them I used to call friends, but not so much anymore. Like, I mean everyone here's I mean we all go through things in life. I mean, and we all go through things in life. Certain things happen. Like sometimes things can be rough. Life can be rough sometimes. It's like, shit happens. People can, bad things can happen to anybody. It's like, and sometimes go through life. Some people may not have like may have like been through a lot in their lives, and it's just, and they just kind of just, and they can't really seem to get out of it. But like, I guess, like, there's some people I used to know, like, like I've had some people I used to know, like, I've tried to help in the past. I used to try to help, but like, it's like, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with helping other people. I mean, it's just like it's like you want to try to help, an effort to people, but some, like, when some of my experience, some people, it's like they're just not willing to help themselves. It's like they always want to mope around, be the victim all the time. It's just like, and they just want to drag you down in the process, and it's like, you can't. I mean, you can't, like, and people like that you need to just cut off. And some people, and they sometimes may take advantage of your goodwill or your kindness. Like, watch out for that too. People who kind of, like, like do that, whether it's intentional or not. Some people can do that. Like, I've been through this. Trust me, I've been through that. Whether, like, some people can take advantage of your kindness, or your good willingness, or your good heartedness. You can't let people do that to you. You gotta be able to recognize that. And, like, well, me, I kind of I found it the hard way. And certain I found it the hard way, but, like, things happen. But eventually, I had to base some of these people I've cut out. Basically, some people need to cut out. They're dragging you down, or they're holding you back. Like, you just need to cut them off. It's like, they're toxic. You can't have toxic people. It's like, you do everything you can for them, and just there's not. I mean, after a while, there's only so much you can do for a person. Some people need to understand. You just gotta let them grow, or if they're not willing to grow or change, just, dump them. It may sound cold, but you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just got, in order to help yourself grow, in order to say no, in order to help yourself grow, like, I guess, achieve whatever you're trying to achieve in life, whatever goals in life you're trying to achieve, or destiny, so to speak. Since that's the kind of the main theme topic of this video, you just gotta let some people go. Realize the good people you have in your life. And just keep them close. And sometimes, I mean, you might not know, like, who's good in your life until, like, you may not know, or who's good in your life. You might not appreciate, the people who are genuinely there for you, or there care for you. Like, I've been through that. Like, over time, I've come to realize, that I've come to realize, the good people who are there in my life, who do care about me. I keep my circle small. That's just how me. I'm kind of just really I'm in the process of trying to figure out my destiny. Like, I'm really, my life, my destiny. Like, I'm just in the process. I feel like certain things are kind of laid out for me, and I just kind of take the cues, like, in a sense. And I feel like, in a way, there are cues out there. Maybe, I guess, I'd say God. Like, I'm a believer in God. Okay, I mean, that might not, I don't, like, for that may not, like, for some people, and if that bothers you, you just have to get over it. Like, I'm a believer in God. Okay, I believe in God. I believe in destiny. I believe that I'm a believer in destiny. I feel like, when it comes to the idea of, like, the debate about predestination versus free will, which wins out in the end, I would argue it's a little bit of both. It's a little of both. I feel like, I do believe people make their own destiny, and feel like ought to be able to, but I feel like at the same time, like, there are certain things that are kind of laid out for us. Sometimes, I guess, hints or cues that may, like, like, almost like you're trying to, like, say you're taking a test, or you're trying to pass a test, and sometimes they're, like, along the way, like, there might be hints along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, sometimes, the test, like, sometimes the test might give you a few hints, like, hint this, or maybe your teacher, or whoever's, or mentor, or whoever, may give you a few hints. Sometimes there's also the phrase, use the test to take the test. Sometimes tests might help you, like, say, process of elimination, or whatnot, or things like that, and just, like, what works, what's not, what's compatible, what isn't. So, but I feel like, I feel like the best way to really, like, I guess, sum this up, like, I feel like, it just kind of just be aware, just kind of be awake. I guess the best thing to do, the best way, I think the best way to achieve one's destiny, achieve one's goals in life is to be awake, be aware of, you know, what's going on around you, the world around you, your surroundings, the people that are in your life, or the people you let into your life. And sometimes you may have to like cut some people out or whatever, just, or really just kind of really just examine, cross-examine, like, you know, what is in your life, and like, you know, and also what feels right, you know, just kind of listen to your, listen to your heart, really, and just kind of see what does your heart tell you, you know, what do your instincts tell you. Just try kind of trust your instincts. I mean, I know sometimes, I guess, you know, instincts can lie to you, or, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes there's like a battle between your heart and your head. Sometimes there's a battle there, like, you know, I think you just gotta, I guess, strike a balance, basically. I think balance is important. You know, you have to strike a balance in anything you do. You can't go too far this way or too far the other way. It's like you just gotta bring it together. Just try to balance. I mean, balance is find a middle ground. The middle ground is important. You know, I feel like in trying to achieve what you do and trying to figure out what you're doing, like, you know, I hope, I mean, I hope that this maybe actually helps some people. I mean, maybe gets some people to think, maybe. But I mean, I would love to hear what people think. I mean, I really, this is something I've thought about for a while. I think, you know, this actually idea is kind of an important, and is kind of important to me. I think destiny is, I think the idea of concept and destiny is important. I'm still trying to figure out what my destiny is, what I'm supposed to do in life, and what works best for me. I would love to hear from people, like what would like to see. Just maybe send comments, let me know, and if you like any of the other videos, subscribe to me, and I'll try to put out more videos as soon as I can. All right, peace.